Hello, my intuitive friends. I am Ruth Richards, and welcome to my weekly oracle message for week of 29th of November. And why do I do this? I love oracle messages. They help me live my best life and feel empowered every day of the week. And I would love more people to feel that empowerment. And to do that, all you have to do is to connect to your intuition. And oracle messages are a great shortcut to help you to get to your intuition more quickly. This week, I'm using Whispers of the Ocean by Angela Hartfield. I last used this on the 8th of November for my weekly oracle message. And for those of you who love a bit of synchronicity, we have the same message as we got that time. Empower yourself. And if you're new to oracle messages, then most of the cards that you select have a little message written on. I'm going to read this out to you before I interpret it for you. Empower yourself is the main message. Tune in to your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you are capable of being. What a beautiful message. So I want to start off talking about tune into your personal power. Now, power for many women, or people who identify as women, can be a really big trigger word. When we think of power, we think of being big, bold, strong. We think we have to be on the attack all the time. And that's not what power means when we're talking in this context. And that's why we need to talk about empower, because empowerment is more constructive. It comes from a place of compassion. It comes from your heart and soul. Whereas power often feels like something external to us, something we have to grab, take our share of, get hold of, and we don't. Our own personal power is within us. It's not something external to us or outside of us that we have to grab and take our share of. We already have this deep inside us, but sometimes it needs help to come out. So how do you tune into your personal power? Well, the first thing you really need to do is to get some quiet time. And if you're saying, oh, Ruth, I'm so busy, I've got so much to do, I've got to look after the kids, I've got to work, just slow down, because sometimes that quiet time can just be the 2 minutes you have when you're making a cup of tea. Just allow your mind to quiet down, let go of all the chatter and the mind chatter going on in your head. Sit down with a cuppa, close your eyes, and just do some deep breaths. And deep breathing is great because it slows down the brain waves, it slows you down physically, and it helps you connect to a different part of you. So that's a quick way to tune in this week, and do that as much as you can, as many times as you can, even if you're only doing it for a couple of minutes at a time. That's how to tune into your personal power. Listen to the messages that come as a result of that quiet time. And why do we need to do that? Because when we tune into that part of ourselves, we get a different perspective on our life. And we're not thinking about everyone else. That is the time to think about you. So you may have lots of other people to support in your life, children, family members, partners, parents. And you lose yourself in all of that. And it's okay, you have permission to still tune in to your personal power. And you need to do this because, as the message says, you're more than able to handle the situation that's going on right now. So whatever's going on in your life and the situation that you think you can't deal with, you don't know what to do next, you actually do have the answers inside you. It's just that you're not paying attention to them. You're not listening to yourself. And it's time to start doing that, and that's how you start to get empowered. So this message is about being strong. And again, being strong is not the physical strength. It's the strength and the courage to sit down and listen to what's going on inside you. And why don't we do that? We don't do that because we're scared. We're scared of facing things. And quite often we're scared of facing what we really want, because we may think we don't deserve it, we can't have it, we second guess, we have the imposter syndrome. So when you have your quiet time and you really tune into that personal power, it may be that you want to live a different kind of life. You want to change habits within your family. You want to change some personal conditioning that you have. You want to do things differently. You want to create a different life. Now, when we talk about creating a different life in this context, it's not about the artistry of creating, like painting, writing a book, doing those things we typically think of as creative. It's about making the life that you want and taking the small steps to make the changes to create that life that you want. That's what we're talking about here. So what is it that you want, and how can you empower yourself to do that? You have the answers, you know what the answer is. So it's about, this week is about taking the time, spending that time to tune into your personal power, accept what's going on inside you, what you're happy with, what you're not happy with, and what you would like to change for the better. And then at some point you have to talk to the people around you if they're impacted by the changes you're making as well. And if that's the situation that you're facing and something that you're putting off and worried about, you've got the courage to do this. It's just that you've been conditioned so long to think you have to do things a certain way because your family, society, or culture expects it. It's time to throw that out of the window. That's what I call smashing the patriarchy. The old traditional way of doing things no longer works. And that's what I mean when I say smash the patriarchy. It's time to do things our way. It's time to do them intuitively. It's time to listen to your soul. And that is how you empower yourself, by starting with you, by listening to yourself and tuning in to that personal power within you. And that's what you are being guided to do this week. I wish you luck with that. And there's more good news, because on Saturday we have the full moon, and check back in here on Saturday and I will be doing a short taster session for the new moon. And the new moon is a great time to check in and reflect about the new starts and the changes and the intentions you want to set for that moon cycle. So do your thinking this week, check back in on Saturday for the new moon reading, and you'll get more guidance about what are the next steps you can take. And save the date, on 31st of December, I am going to do a live oracle reading, an end of year oracle reading to reflect back on the things that have happened and what we can let go of, and to look forward to what we can expect and what we can do for the year ahead. Until next time, stay connected to your intuition and feel empowered. Bye.